What if I told you that everything you've ever wanted, every dream, every goal, every ounce of peace and power was already within reach, but you've been sleeping on it, not because you're lazy, not because you're weak, but because the world convinced you to settle, to wait, to believe that someday things will magically change. But someday never comes, does it? You're tired, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually drained. Every night you promise yourself you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow shows up and so do your doubts. The same loop, the same noise, the same excuses. And deep down you know it's costing you more than just time, it's costing you you. The version of you that could have been more, done more, lived louder, burned brighter. The version of you that never got the chance to breathe. You don't need another plan. You don't need another perfect day. You need a fire. You need to feel something again. And this is where it starts. Right here, in this moment where you decide that 90 days of ruthless action is worth more than a lifetime of almost, no more waiting for the right mood, no more hoping discipline will magically appear. You become it. You force it. You show up, whether it hurts, whether it's raining, whether you believe in yourself or not. Because the truth is, no one's coming. No one is going to save you from the life you've outgrown. But if you stay with me, if you give everything for just 90 days, I'll show you what it feels like to finally take control, to rise, to become the one you were meant to be. No more fear, no more hiding. This is war against the old you, and you're going to win. You've already wasted too many chances convincing yourself that you'll start when you're ready. But readiness is a myth. It's a lie your fear tells you to keep you small. No one ever feels ready to rise. You rise because you're tired of feeling stuck. You rise when the pain of staying the same becomes louder than the fear of change. This is your line in the sand, your breaking point. And breaking is good because sometimes you have to break who you've been to become who you're meant to be. The next 90 days won't be easy. They'll break habits you've clung to for years. They'll test your limits, stretch your identity, and shatter your excuses. But on the other side of that pain, freedom. You're not doing this to impress anyone. You're doing this because the version of you trapped inside your comfort zone is suffocating. And the clock's still ticking. Every excuse has a cost. Every day you delay has a consequence. There's someone out there with half your talent and twice your discipline living the life you dream about. Why? Because they decided to show up without waiting to feel like it. They acted when it was inconvenient. They chose growth over comfort. Now it's your turn. Because if you can't give yourself 90 days, what makes you think you'll ever give yourself a lifetime? You keep saying one day, but here's the truth. One day is code for never. And deep down you know it. You don't need more time, you need more courage. Because the version of you who wins is already inside of you, screaming to be unleashed. But you've buried them under fear, procrastination, and the comfort of routine. You weren't born to repeat days. You weren't built to survive, you were built to build. A life, a legacy, a version of yourself that your past wouldn't even recognize. You're not stuck. You're just scared. Scared of failing, scared of judgment, scared of what happens if you give it everything and still come up short. But let me tell you something brutal and honest. If you never try, you've already failed. This is war between the you that wants more and the you that keeps settling. And every moment you hesitate, the weaker self wins. So stop scrolling. Stop doubting. Stop overthinking. Act. No one's coming to save you, and no one should, because the power you're looking for was never in someone else's hands. It's been in yours the whole time. Now close the gap between who you are and who you could be. Don't just want it. Work like you deserve it. You don't need more motivation. You need to make a decision, a real decision. One that doesn't bend when life gets hard, because if your goals only matter when it's easy, they don't matter at all. Every day you wait is a day you trade potential for regret. And regret doesn't show up loud, it whispers. In those quiet moments, when you realize you could have been more, when you see someone else living the life you dreamed of and it hurts, not because they took your chance, but because you never claimed it. The truth? You are dangerous to the life you hate if you would just stop hesitating. Discipline is not punishment. It's the greatest form of self-respect. It says, I refuse to betray my future for comfort. Your habits are your vote. Every decision you make is a ballot. And the life you're living right now, that's the result of the vote you've cast. So ask yourself, are you voting for growth or are you voting for fear? Because every minute you're making a choice, and the clock doesn't care how you feel. But 5 years from now you will. You'll either thank yourself or wish you had started today. So stand up, move. Prove to yourself that this time it's different. Not because you said it, but because you acted like it. You think you need more time, but time is the lie. What you really need is urgency. That burning feeling in your chest that says, I'm done waiting. Because comfort will convince you to settle, to shrink, to disappear into average. But you weren't built for average. You feel it, don't you? That fire inside you that refuses to die no matter how many times you've ignored it. It's not too late. But it will be if you keep hesitating. If you keep scrolling, watching, wishing, instead of doing. The life you want isn't hiding. It's waiting. But it's only for the bold. Only for those who dare to stop talking about change and become it. This is your wake-up call. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because the longer you wait, the harder it gets to believe you ever could. And when belief dies, everything dies. You've got one shot, not one day. Today. So stop rehearsing the version of yourself that plays it safe. Step into the version that terrifies you. Because that version, that's the one that wins. The pain you're avoiding is the price of your freedom. Every excuse you've made, it's a brick in the wall between you and the life you actually want. And the truth is brutal. You built that wall. But here's the power. You can tear it down. Not with luck, not with talent, with action. Relentless, daily, uncomfortable action. The kind that makes your heart race. The kind that makes your hands shake. The kind that breaks the version of you that's been playing small. You don't need perfect conditions. You need to decide that enough is enough. Because discipline isn't about punishment, it's about freedom. It's about proving to yourself that your future matters more than your feelings. You've been letting fear vote in your life. It's time to take the ballot back. Because when fear leads, regret follows. And regret will haunt you longer than failure ever could. You're not stuck. You're scared. And that's okay. But don't let fear make your choices. Let your vision do that. Let your purpose do that. You've got 90 days. That's not a challenge. It's a window. And windows don't stay open forever. The life you dream about is already possible, but not for the version of you that refuses to move. That version, it's built on comfort. And comfort is the silent killer of greatness. If you keep doing what's easy, you'll keep living what's empty. Because easy never changed the world. Easy never made anyone proud. Easy is the lie you tell yourself when you're scared to step into who you were meant to become. But you don't need more time. You need more fire. The kind that burns away the doubt, the laziness, the lies. You already know what needs to change. You've always known. You just haven't had the urgency. So here it is. This is your line in the sand. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now, you've waited long enough. You've watched other people rise while you played it safe. You've told yourself the same tired story for years. Rip the page out. Write a new one. One where you show up every single day, no matter how you feel. This is about more than gold. This is about identity. Who do you want to be when no one's watching? Because that's who you truly are. And that version of you, the focused, disciplined, unstoppable Uni's already inside. You just have to unleash it. It's time to face the truth. You've been living in the shadows of your potential, but that ends today. You can't afford to wait for the right moment. The truth is, the right moment is always right now. Every second you waste, that's another piece of your life you'll never get back. This isn't about trying harder. This is about deciding to be who you were always meant to be. The person you dream of becoming isn't some distant version of yourself. It's already inside you, waiting to be awakened. But it can't rise if you keep doubting, if you keep waiting for some magic spark to ignite it. You are the spark. Every decision you make now is shaping your future. Are you willing to keep letting the days slip by, pretending it doesn't matter? Or will you stand up today and demand more of yourself? You don't have the luxury of time. No more excuses. No more later. Now is your only chance. This moment is the one where you stop wishing and start doing. You have to let go of the fear. You have to push past the comfort zone. You have to rise. And the only way you'll do that is to refuse to give up, no matter how hard it gets. Because, let's face it, there will be days when it feels impossible, when the weight of everything pushes you down. But here's the secret. You're built for this. Those tough moments, they're your proving ground. The more you face, the more you grow. So stop playing small. Stop pretending you're not capable of greatness. You are designed for this. You were born for this moment. You can't ignore the truth any longer. The life you've been living is optional. It's not your destiny. It's the result of choices, the ones you've made up until now. But here's the thing. You have the power to choose again. You are not stuck. You are not trapped. You are in control. The world doesn't owe you anything, but you owe yourself everything. This isn't about waiting for someone to save you, to pull you out of the mess you've made. No one is coming. It's time to take responsibility. Take ownership of your life, your future, your dreams. If you're not in charge, who is? Stop hiding behind excuses, behind the fear of failure. Fear is a liar. It tells you that you're not enough, that you can't handle the weight. But let me tell you something. You're already carrying it. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt, you faced it, and you're still here. That means you're stronger than you realize, and you're capable of so much more. Right now, you have an opportunity to change everything, to rewrite your story, to be the person who never quits, who fights for what they deserve. This is your defining moment, and it will pass if you don't act. Do you want to look back in a year and wish you'd started today? Or do you want to look back and see the person who pushed through every fear, every obstacle, and became the version of themselves they always knew was possible? The time is now, and the time to become who you were meant to be is running out. Are you going to let fear dictate your future, or will you rise? You've been given this one shot, and the world is waiting. Don't waste it. You've spent far too long waiting for the perfect moment to act. Let me tell you something. It doesn't exist. There is no perfect time. There's only now. And if you keep waiting, you'll be stuck in this same place, this same cycle forever. Every second you hesitate is a second wasted. A second you'll never get back. The clock is ticking, and it's not slowing down for anyone. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. Right now is all you have. And right now you have everything you need to make a move, to take the first step. All that's standing in your way is you. You've been held back by the fear of not being enough, by the doubt that maybe you don't have what it takes. But look at where you are. Look at how far you've come despite all of that. That's your strength. You've faced the darkness before, and you're still here. That's not weakness, that's resilience. That's proof that you can push through anything. This isn't about waiting for the world to change. This is about you changing. The way you think, the way you act, the way you see yourself. You're not just someone who reacts to life. You are the one who shapes it. And the world is begging you to take charge, to own your decisions, to stop playing small. The moment you realize this is the moment your life shifts, because once you understand that you hold the power, everything else will fall into place. Your actions, your mindset, your growth. It will all align, but it has to start with a decision. One decision: to stop waiting, to stop doubting, and to act. So ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready to stop holding yourself back? Are you ready to take this moment and turn it into something unshakable? You have what it takes. You just need to believe it and start right now. The truth is, you already know what needs to be done. It's not a mystery. You felt it, those moments when the weight of your potential presses on you, the whispers of what you could become. But you've been ignoring them. You've been avoiding the very thing that could change your life. What if I told you that the only reason you're not where you want to be is because you're not showing up for yourself every day? What if the difference between the life you dream of and the life you're stuck in right now is one decision to move forward? Every single day you choose comfort over challenge, you push your dreams further away. Every time you avoid discomfort, you lose a piece of who you could become. Every hesitation, every moment of doubt, it all adds up, and before you know it, you're miles away from your true potential. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The longer you put it off, the more your future slips through your fingers. But here's the hard truth. It doesn't have to be this way. You can stop this cycle. You can break free from your own limitations. All it takes is one choice, one decision to act, one decision to commit to yourself, one decision to refuse to be average. You're at the edge of something huge. You're standing on the brink of greatness, but you have to leap. It's time to stop looking for validation, stop waiting for the right moment, and stop telling yourself that you're not ready. You're ready. Right now. The clock's ticking, and every second is an opportunity slipping away. But there's one thing you can do that will change everything. Act now. Commit to the path of greatness. Don't wait. Your future self is already depending on the choices you make today. This is your turning point. This is your chance to rewrite your story. And the only thing left to do, take that first step right now.